Robin Cleary. No stoplights, Judge Goodwin, expired registration, no driver's license. How do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Didn't hear you.
Guilty.
Plea of guilty, fine you guilty. $50 fine in each case. You got them covered, but you have that case out of court 14, driving with an invalid license, $3,500 bond. You're going to have a surcharge on the no driver's license, so get with DPS, work something out if you want to get your license straight. You can go ahead and step to your left.
Sorry, how come the other judges, the other court's not today? How come it's 3 days from now?
Because that's a Class B misdemeanor that you're charged with.
Why is it different than this one?
This is a Class C misdemeanor, tickets that you didn't take care of a while back.
I know, but why is it different? They're both no driver's license.
Because one ticket is for what? One officer was nicer than the other. One of them charged you with a Class C and the other one charged you with a Class B.
That's what I told him. He was just being mean, and he tried to tell me he was just the law he was following.
Well, he was.
Yeah, well, but he was just being mean.
He looked and he saw you had one you didn't take care of, so why would he give you another break and give you a Class C? So he gave you the Class B. Now, from now on, it's going to be Class B if you don't. From now on, they're all going to be Class Bs if you don't take care of it, because if you get pulled over and you don't deal with DPS on that suspension that you're going to end up getting, then you're going to be arrested every time you get pulled over. So do it the right way. It's easier. In and out, in and out, in and out. This is nothing to me. It's every day. All right. Nothing to me either. Job security. Brandon.
Yeah, that's job security. Wow.
Failure to maintain insurance.
Watch. Judge admits arresting poor people for traffic tickets gives him job security. Houston, Texas. An eye-opening video of a judge making a callous admission of how his job is dependent upon police extracting wealth from poor people for traffic offenses exposes an underlying problem within America's justice system. From the bailiff to the judge, their careers depend upon police preying on the poor. It is no question, criminals do not like the police. But to stop critical thought at this point is entirely irresponsible. The wedge driven between citizens and the cops comes from the harassment, arrests, deprivation of rights, and fear through the police enforcing laws for victimless crimes designed to generate revenue. The giant pink elephant in the living room can no longer be ignored. The government's war on drugs alone has laid waste to entire communities by pushing the sale of drugs into the black market, creating crime. The Free Thought Project has documented near countless examples of people being extorted, kidnapped, caged and killed for crimes with no victims. In the video below, we see the harsh reality that is government-sponsored extortion. Robin Cleary, the woman standing before Magistrate Joe Licata, was in that spot because she got ticketed for taillight malfunction, expired registration, and driving without a license. Unable to pay the mounting fees from previous traffic stops, Cleary had been stopped once again. This time, the officer charged her with a Class B misdemeanor, a level above her previous charge for driving with a suspended license. All these fees add up and lead to people like Cleary being thrown in jail for being unable to pay them, a de facto debtor's prison, which, according to Licata, is job security. As the Houston Press reports, Licata warned her that, if she didn't pay the fines for these tickets and renew her license after paying surcharges to the Department of Public Safety, then you're gonna get arrested every time you get pulled over. That was nothing to her, Cleary responded, because she had already become trapped in a cycle of arrests. It's nothing to me either, Licata told her. It's job security. Cleary then walks out in astonishment after Licata made such a callous and brutally honest remark. Police, we are told, are here to keep us safe and protect us from the bad guys. However, public safety all too often takes a back seat to revenue collection. Time and time again, The Free Thought Project has exposed quota schemes in which officers were punished for not writing enough tickets. All too often we hear the ridiculous statement from the apologist crowd saying, if you don't break the law, you have nothing to worry about. However, that statement couldn't be further from the truth. Former NSA official William Binney sums this myth up quite accurately. The problem is, if they think they're not doing anything that's wrong, they don't get to define that. The central government does. Attorney Harvey Silverglade argues that the average American commits 3 felonies a day without even knowing it. While most everyone in America commits the same infractions designed for revenue collection, most of the people targeted by police for these crimes are the poor, minorities, and the mentally ill. As the death of Mike Brown in Ferguson exposed, in 2013, African Americans accounted for 86% of traffic stops, while making up only 63% of Ferguson's population. For those too poor to pay their tickets, routine traffic stops in Ferguson ended up in repeated imprisonment due to mounting fines. Ferguson was running a de facto debtor's prison. Revenue collection, persecution of the poor, and debtors' prisons take place in every county, in every city, across every state. This institutionalized cruelty is little more than a day's work for the millions of bureaucrats involved in the racket. To provide a glimpse into this cruelty, the Texas Organizing Project put together a short video that highlights some of these cases, including the system preying on a mentally ill man who is denied bail as he has no idea what is going on. The cold nature of these judges and the sheer magnitude at which this abuse takes place is absolutely heartbreaking. Sadly, until this system of wealth extraction is defunded or brought to a halt through radical policy changes, cases like the ones above will continue at an ever-increasing rate until the whole country is one big prison. It's time we begin talking about other more peaceful and less aggressive resolutions to societal problems. The solutions are all around us, we just have to seek them out. Read more at http://watch-judge-poor-job-security/#WRITVRLRGBPXAZI 3.99